So it's all about finding that balance and that uh, mentality to want it to work, because that's what it's all about in the end, for the present and for the future of your health. I got diabetes type 1 when I was 16 years old. I know, that's kind of late. And most people get it when they're younger and they have to deal with it when they're like 8 years old and so on. And that's gotta suck. So I'm pretty lucky, to be honest. But either way, it was quite a change, as you can imagine, because you have to change your mentality quite much. If you have really good solid blood sugar all the time, like at least beneath 10 most of the time, um, then as I see it, you can you have more space to kind of go outside that zone when you feel like it. So if you are above 10, 12 plus and so on all the time, then you should probably work on getting that down. But if you have under 10, then if you feel like, whoa, now I'm gonna go to a party and have a lot of alcohol, and I'm gonna drink cider, like soda drinks, whatever, and with sugar, and if you feel like you want to do this, then if you're under 10 most of the time, this is not a problem, because if you go up to like 18 that evening, it's okay, that's bad, but I mean, you're not 18 all the time. So in that way, you could still go up there for just one night and feel good about yourself, because you have to let go as well. You can't live like a fucking robot and have, perfect. You're a human, so you can't just live like a slave to your blood sugar. Uh, I mean, on a daily basis, you kind of should, you kind of are doing that. But if you do that and you keep a steady blood sugar, then you can pick your fights, so to speak. It's kind of the kind of mentality you need to have with this disease. You need to make it work, because you realize that, damn, if you don't, you might end up really, really bad. I started going to the gym, and this is when I realized that this disease is gonna take more from me than I know that I planned for. So I'm gonna have to keep a healthy and active lifestyle, and this is something some people really don't want to realize, but you kind of have to move your ass in order to stabilize your blood sugar, or you will just end up fat and lazy. It's quite a simple choice in my world, but it's not simple to do it though, because you have to really get your mentality into this kind of machine-like behavior. Like, you have to get it in routine to go to a gym or go walking each day or every day, some kind of activity. And it's actually true what the nurses told me. They told me something like, diabetic is someone who is eating and moving an active life like all humans should. And in many ways, this is true, I realized, because I mean, you should at least move your ass 30 minutes a day. Like, that's the minimum. Like a diabetic, I go to the gym now at least 3 times a day, and I walk whenever I can. So, to work and to whatever I do, I usually get that little activity in by walking. So it's a very it was a big change when I got diabetes. And if you check your blood sugar, take your insulin the way you should, uh, you see your doctor, you ask for advice, you have to keep it simple and effective, kind of. And as I'm a lazy guy, I like keeping things simple yet effective. If I can get three birds with one stone, I will do that, pretty much. And that's my kind of mentality. I try to take care of myself as much as possible. Well, to 100% actually. So, because it's my sickness and it's my journey, kind of. It's not someone else's responsibility. It's my responsibility. One, I do think you should take care of yourself, because it's worthwhile, and it's not too bad actually. You just have to get that mentality. You have to get that drive. You have to be very consistent with yourself, and you have to be hard with yourself. You have to push away outside influences, even your family maybe. Maybe your family is eating candy and stuffing their face with stuff and every Friday, and you can't because you will have an unsteady blood sugar. Then maybe you should, either let them know that it sucks what they're doing, or you should just let them be and go your own way, kind of. You have to stay outside their zone because you have to do what's right for you. So it's all about finding that balance and that mentality to want it to work, because that's what it's all about in the end, for the present and for the future of your health. Because you don't want to be blind when you're 50, and you don't want to end up losing your foot when you're 50. Believe me, I have seen that shit, and it's not beautiful. It's really sad, actually. Okay, so that's it. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you. See ya.